Hello, and welcome to this 10 to 15-minute movement series, all about freeing a bad mood, a feeling of being stuck, a feeling of being overwhelmed. I want to share with you the exact thing that I do when I'm frustrated. Right now, I'm struggling to make a holiday album that I do every year, and it's amazing and it's magical, and I love it. But right now, internet is weird, apps are weird. So if you are feeling stuck, holiday heaviness, anything else going on, end of the week, just this is for you. All you need is a chair. I'm just using the one I have available. It's sturdy, it has arms and a back. So many options will do. So we're going to start seated. So right on the edge of your seat, and then just take a second to shake out the legs. So you'll feel your heels drum down into the floor. And that's going to help give you a feeling of groundedness, connect you to your legs, and allow you to get just a feeling of support. And then you're going to actually literally pick up your butt cheek. So you're moving your glutes away from your sit bones, so you're rooted down. So if you are shorter like I am and it's hard to get your feet down, we've now pushed the heels down, rooted the sit bones down. You're going to reach back to grab the top of your chair. If that's too far, you could grab the arms, you could grab underneath. I'm going to grab here and just start to rock from side to side. So there may be a lot of movement available to you. There may be very little, but we're looking down, we're looking up. It's a lot like a cat-cow with this feeling of extending the arms. So that's going to open your heart, open your chest, truly give you more energy and more receptivity. So getting into that, you may be moving just like I am. This may be the first time you've ever done something like this, so it could feel a little strange. And hopefully it's starting to feel good. At first, we're just moving through the tightness, but I'm trying to push down through my hands to help open my chest. If you feel any tightness in the elbows, you can bend them as you round and keep them slightly bent as you pull forward. And I'm also starting to let my head go back and forth. So moving one ear to one shoulder and then to the other side. Now just start to swing your arms. So make sure you have enough space. I'm being cognizant of not knocking my arms. This is going to help bring some freedom into your shoulders. So if those are feeling tight, maybe it feels like they are living up in your ears like earrings, we're going to get them away. From here, just interlace your hands behind your head. And then I call this the backstroke. Think of lifting one elbow up and circling it back. So one elbow lifts up, that lengthens your entire side, open and peek back at it, and continue to alternate. Now this may feel amazing, and this may also feel a little bit rickety. We could also be rotating, letting your head lean back. So you're rotating above the navel because your lower body, your pelvis and below are really still. Or you're doing some sort of combination thereof. And we've started with the back, but now we can go forward. So it's like the freestyle stroke or the crawl that you would do in the water. Then from here, just start to nod your chin down to your chest. And if you're feeling a little bit stuck like I am, you're going to likely feel a trickle down of opening through the top of your spine, all the way to your mid-back, maybe even down to your lower back. From here, I'm just scooching back so I don't fall forward, and I'm going to try to get my hands down to the floor. If that is not working for you, this is a good example. You could be near a wall and place your hands on the wall. That's going to directly pull your rib cage away from your pelvis. Wherever you're at, it could be pawing your hands on the wall or on the floor. Just start that rock from side to side, allowing your head to move one ear to one shoulder, other ear to the other shoulder. Then it's like you're kind of, I don't know, at a mosh pit, which I've never done, but you're banging your head towards the floor to release your neck, which is the top of your spine. And then from here, start to roll up and then lift the arms all the way up by your ears, circle them back, and then round of head rolls down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So directly releasing the lower back, roll up, letting the arms come up and overhead, maybe bend the elbows, and that's gonna help open the chest, and then crown of the head, or if you have a top knot like I do, rolls you down. Pulse, 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 roll. You can add a little drama. It's easy for me. If it's not easy for you, let this be a time to play. So you may go faster, you may be going a little slower, but we're rolling down, pulling your lower belly in, releasing your head, chest, shoulders, and then grounding through the feet, just like we started, and lifting up. Let's do 2 more. Crown of head rolls down, scooping the lower belly in to support your back. Lift up, and then bend the elbows and just pulse them down. I'm going to show what this is looking like. So cactus arms, but then pulling the elbows down. So you're engaging under the armpit here, right in the lat, and the chest is open. We're going to just stay here for 5, 4, build a surprising amount of heat. 3, 2, 1, and then interlace your hands. Do a little bit more of that backstroke. Now you're a little bit more familiar with that. And then as you sit up taller, we're going to start to side bend. So it may be very big, it may be just a few inches. We're trying to not tip over. You'll notice when and if that starts to happen. And the more we push down through one sit bone. So when I'm going over to this side, the opposite side, I'm pushing through that hip, pushing down to open the side body up and come all the way up. And again, I'm just looking to make space. So when we feel frustrated, when we feel stuck, when we feel like things aren't working, a huge way to change that mindset, to change, even though it's like factual, even though it, again, is factual, we're able to change how our body's moving. And when we do that, it becomes possible to change maybe how our mind is moving. Then you're going to reach one arm across your body. So reach across, grab the corner of the chair, and the other arm reaches up, and then pull the elbow in. So I'm inhale, stretching the arm overhead, anchoring both of my hips, and then bend. Inhale, length, length, length. This is getting all the way into the top of my lower back, which is amazing. That's a lot of where I've been feeling like, and that's less than ideal. And then before you turn or side bend this time, turn a little bit more, then think of leaning back. You're going to get even greater range of motion, and then pull. So on the inhale, we're rotating and huge side bend. Woo! And then exhale, it's like you're pulling something down. Let's do 2 more. Rotate more. Lift the arm up and overhead. Little pulses out. And then last time, twist a little more. Lift up, side bend over, and pulse out 5. You can be looking straight forward, straight up, or even down. 3, 2, 1. And then just do a few shoulder rolls. You could have hands lifting. You could hold on to the underside of the chair. But then we're just going to give a few loose hugs. So as the arms come forward, we're widening our shoulder blades away from our spine. So opening up the back door of the heart. We just first open the front of the chest or the heart. Now the back of our upper back door of the heart gets a chance to. And then just give yourself one more hug and do a little bit of maneuvering here. So coming forward, side to side, down and up, just noticing maybe where it feels almost like there's an itch you need to scratch, sort of like a tightness, which by moving, we're building heat. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling warmer. So that warmth is going to enable us to get into areas that are otherwise a little less inclined to move. And then let a big sigh go. Now we're going to twist to the other side. So think of lifting your ribs, so physically getting taller, and then we twist. Arm goes across your body. You're going to grab. You can even start just lengthening the side of your neck. We're still in the twist, but then we're adding this side bend. From here, you can reach your arm overhead. I think of pulling from the elbow. That helps me get more length, and then open the chest. And then elbow pulls down, come all the way up. You can even let the head follow. So we side bend as we reach the arm overhead. let your head get heavy. Ooh, and then pull down through the elbow, maybe even make a fist. You're still lengthening the side of the neck and come on up. Inhale, length, length, length. Gaze can be up, forward, or down. Ooh, and then we pull all the way up. Inhale, and I've got a nice grip, so I feel really secure here. Ooh. If for some reason you're not able to turn or grab across your stomach, you could grab the corner and still get that traction of the side body. If this is working, keep thinking of using it as leverage to lift up and overhead. Find that side bend, open the top armpit, and come all the way up. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, reaching, anchoring both heels, both hips, and then come all the way up. Whew. 1 more. Lift, turning a little bit more. Find your deepest side bend. Pulse down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way up. Whew. From here, things are likely feeling a little bit more warm. I'm going to turn the chair. Also just stand up. I'm going to turn to face the chair. Now I'm going to step my feet back. Hands are on the top of the chair. You could bend your knees. Maybe there's a cushion like on my chair and your forehead rests. Maybe not. And we're starting to shift the hips from side to side, getting into more of the lower body. So just by standing like this, whether your knees are very bent or more straight, we're opening the hamstrings. We are letting the sit bones, which are right in your glute, lift away from the back of the knee. The back of the knee is lifting away from the heel. And that's just going to create more length and more support. From here, let's lower one forearm, or it could be one hand onto the seat of your chair. Bend that same knee and reach the top arm up. And you can have a slight bend in the elbow. You could have your hand behind your head, or you could have your arm be straight. We're going to exhale, fold down, and then inhale, open up. So again, it could be elbow, exhale, rotate down. Inhale, push, 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 and open up. Exhale, lower down, could be your whole hand, and then inhale, come all the way up. Or even just rotating, your arm could come and hug you. Feel your ribcage moving. Feel yourself wringing out tension and pulling back through your hips to get the lower back to open. Just doing a few more of these. Exhale, twist. And inhale, lower. I just got a nice release. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lower. One more time, twist. Pulse your chest open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the knee furthest from the screen, I'm going to turn and step that foot right up onto the chair. And then I'm starting by trying to get my elbow on my thigh, maybe my fingers on the inside of the leg towards the chair. I'm going to bring my other hand behind my head, so the hand furthest from the chair. And then instead of sinking into that hip, I'm going to push through the foot, stand up tall, and then big side bend over. Woo, and exhale up. So we're opening the inner thigh, opening the hip, and truly very deeply opening the side body. Let's just do a few more. Inhale, side bending. I feel my elbow go inside that inner thigh, and then I push through both feet to come on up. Inhale, side bending over. Open the top elbow, and then come on up. One more time. Side bend over, pulse down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If it's available, slide your hand underneath your heel, push your elbow into your thigh, and just pulse your chest open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way up. Take a minute. You're going to likely feel very different if you side bend towards the chair. The side is very open. And then it's a different story going to the other side. Let's move your chair. And then this time, instead of placing your hands on the top of the chair, let's place your hands or your elbows on the seat of the chair. Just do a few knee bends. Maybe your forehead's down. Maybe you're looking forward. Maybe your head is heavy. You can shift into that side to side action here to stretch the side of your hip, side of the waist, the rib cage, the shoulders, moving your head and neck. Then we're going to step a little bit closer if that feels good for you. We're trying to have the hips right over the heels. So not back here and not loading up the shoulders. I'm on the forearm furthest from the screen and I bend that same knee. I'm going to reach my top arm up. I'm trying to have that hand right over my shoulder. And then I may bend the elbow as I rotate. So I'm wringing out the waist and releasing, again, stuckness, stiffness, bad mood, bullshit, drama, nonsense. I'm sure you have a list. Then exhale lower. Then inhale, bend, 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 twist, twist, twist. Woo. And then exhale, let it go. Inhale, bend. Again, you could have your hand behind your head. You could have your arm just down. You could be grabbing your ribs like you're in a yoga class, in a movement class, getting an assist. Last two. Inhale. I like this top bent arm. Feels like I get a lot of lift and release. Let it go. Last time, twist and pulse open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both forearms down, round your spine. So instead of extension, we're rounding. And then pulse back into your heels to lengthen the back of your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Now the leg furthest from the screen, we're going to step that foot right up onto the chair, turning the knee out so it's not falling forward, standing firm on the straight leg. And now open that knee. We either place our forearm down or place our fingertips down on the inside of the leg. Bring your top hand behind your head. Do a little wiggling. We're going to inhale, side bend down. And then exhale, come on up. Are you working your core? Yes, you are. We are creating a lot of core strength here. We're learning how to lift ourselves up. We're learning how, when things get heavy, when we go deep, that yes, in fact, we can pick ourselves back up. And it's a very physical manifestation of that lesson, but it also translates in so many other ways. So knowing you can dive deep, you can feel things deeply, you can be in the depths, working hard, working beautifully, working bravely. Now this time we're going to stay down. If possible, your hand slides underneath your heel so you can open your chest and pulse back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just give it all you've got. Pull your chest away from your navel and then let it go. So the moral is you can pull yourself out. You can do the hard things, and you've probably done harder things. I'm just shifting side to side, seeing if it feels relatively consistent in terms of range of motion. And now, thank goodness it does. We're going to end very similar to how we started. So take a second, maybe your legs are shaking out. It's like you're making Jello jigglers. You're moving the muscles, the tissue, everything on the legs, maybe the arms too. And then we're just reach the arms up. Stretch from side to side like you're going to tap the ceiling, and then circle your arms back, grab onto the top of the chair, rock it from side to side, it being your body, letting your head and neck move, maybe an elbow bends, maybe the other elbow bends, maybe you're looking down, maybe you peek back over one shoulder and then the other, and then big sigh, look down, and then big inhale, pull your chest forward and look up. Last time, exhale. From here, release the arms. Get heavy. And now we ground the feet. Roll up, lifting the shoulders with you. Side them down. And I am hoping, I'll get closer. I'm hoping that you are feeling a little bit more connected to your body and a little bit lighter and lifted out of whatever mood you were in. Maybe it was great, so you just feel greater. Maybe it was like kind of shitty, so you feel less shitty and closer to feeling really great. So this is all about tuning into you. You can do this every day. You can do this in the morning and at night. It's really great to rise, meaning do this first thing in the morning, but it's also an incredible antidote to those times that just feel like things are not going your way. And we've all been there. So thank you for joining me. Let me know how it feels, and hope you keep tuning into you.